How did you generally feel today in the sermon? Happy. MashaAllah, I am so happy. Give signal to Brother Qasim to be here now, quickly, and sleep. And I am so happy to see you, and may Almighty bless you. And for all the new Muslim brothers and sisters, I feel always very happy. You, Sharifa and Aisha can stand in the background if you want to. Okay, now dear. Thank you. May Almighty bless you. Come, Brother Qasim. Yes, just over here. Now, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Qasim. It is, I remember now, we were doing a lecture in Newcastle, yes, when you embraced Islam and said, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. I was so delighted and you had some of the small illness as well at that time. How do you find now yourself with peace of mind and other things?
By the grace of Allah, I was suffering, but now
you feel very happy,
oh, yeah.
Full of energy and smartness, love of Almighty. The most important thing is the calmness and the love of Almighty in your heart.
Well, I get some peace within myself.
That is the most important thing. And you obviously come from Wolverhampton. It's a long way to come, but you feel that there is a spiritual inspiration for you and for which you come.
Every time I went into the mass, I feel much, my body feel much lighter.
MashaAllah. How did you find the sermon today?
Well, that's what I was just saying to Sister outside, that after I've been down here, I feel my body was feel light. I wasn't
turning into more light, more blessing coming in.
Well, I don't have that experience of that, but I did feel like growing in myself. Something come towards you and you get proud.
MashaAllah. Well, I am so happy that you found so much with us. So much happiness, so much peace, so much love of Almighty, which is above all things. And may Almighty bless you, Brother Qasim, and so that you keep on the path and be a noble example for your fellow men. That's the most important thing. To serve your countrymen so that they look at you and they can see the love of Almighty, and through that they get the guidance onto the La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Brother Salim. Now, Brother Muhammad Salim, I am so happy. And I remember it was the celebration of Pakistan Day and the Eid Milan, and also that was the birthday of my son Ahmad. We were celebrating the 14th of August, the Pakistan Day, and also the birthday of my son. And on that day we had a Lord Mayor of Birmingham there and a number of other important guests. And on that day you were blessed with La ilaha illallah Muhammad. Now as a 2 year, this is the second perhaps you have now good experience of fasting. How did you feel now this Ramadan?
Well, it made me realize that, there's greater feelings to come if you try hard. The body's on light, and I feel much better. I'm trying my best.
You were doing MashaAllah, and of course you had attended some specialist classes as well, and you are making every effort to keep up, and your face, the shine of the love of Almighty on your face is quite evident, finding the peace yourself and the love. And you young fellow, you were blessed on the same day as your father by the grace of Almighty, and look at how lovely you look, and nice peace on you. Face towards the camera. That's it. You were blessed with your father. Take care of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So Brother Salim, I always pray for you, and may Almighty bless you in this life and in the next life, and keep you on this path, protect you from the devil, so that you truly pass away from this life as a successful man with the chanting of La ilaha illallah and rising back again with the same song, thing coming from our song La ilaha illallah. May Almighty bless your son. And many people will, by the grace of Almighty, be blessed too. My brother, to see you. I am very pleased to see you, Brother Sufi Muhammad Basir. And you are a man now, obviously, for nearly 5 to 6 years, being embraced into the world of Islam. 5 years?
Right, it's
Just over 5 years. And but since you embraced, you have made a tremendous drive on the path of Almighty. Now, from nothing really, not even a single word of Arabic was known to you, or other things. Now you can read Arabic and then chant beautiful verses of the Quran.
Yes.
Also in '84, you had taken me to your homeland, Jamaica, where many people were blessed with La ilaha illallah. Now you are dressed up in a traditional kullas of the Imam, Sharwani, and obviously very happy. Now, how did you feel the month of Ramadan?
The month of Ramadan, the first month of Ramadan, if my memory serves me right, Sheikh Saab, is that I felt that maybe I would not be able to go through that day without having a drink of water. But then I had a lot of water on that day before the fast was closed. Then I started deciding in my mind what I should walk during the course of the day. And I walked to a place called Cradle Heath, which was 5 miles, and walking back. Then I realized then that it is easy to fast
MashaAllah.
without providing you have the determination.
Courage, keeping up the patience.
Yes.
MashaAllah.
But I was doing the zikr which you taught me at that time. And I had not realized then that the thirst was not then. There was no thirst that had enhanced me.
MashaAllah.
And from then, I look forward to each Ramadan. But each Ramadan that comes, it becomes more and more inspiring for me.
Inspiring,
in this
MashaAllah.
sense. And I find a certain peace which comes each year, but this year especially. The peace which comes would bring oneself into a state of tear at times, to the wide field of experience which is open spiritually. And this benefit I share because most of the books which is written by you and other lectures which is given over the years, as I come to understand them more and their meanings,
MashaAllah.
you understand, then I have a better peace and a better comprehension. One of the books, for example, that
Yes, carry on, please.
that inspired me so much in this particular time is the 5 pillars of
Five
Islam.
pillars of Islam. Yes, MashaAllah. This is the book.
This is
which,
the book, the 5 pillars of Islam. And the reason why it inspires me in this time,
MashaAllah. If you,
You know-
turn it towards the camera, this is the book which
yes,
is greatly at sort of depth.
yes, in
which
this
you
time.
follow now.
One of the things which I look at the 5 pillars of Islam is that, firstly, for a person to conduct his namaz correctly, it means that that person, it is one of the pillars that outstands in those 5 pillars.
MashaAllah.
For example, the Prophet Musa salam and the Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the mirage of the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that just before the Eid time, which took place 1400 years ago, during that period, the Prophet Musa alayhi salam, which spoke to our Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Almighty had given the amount of salats to be performed by human on this earth for their recognition of their soul.
MashaAllah.